think those are the guys from
Did you
finance.
permission for that?
After adding the
You're
users,
supposed to go on permission first.
it could be okay.
Then you go
Okay.
back first.
Okay.
Yeah, permission. Is that what we're supposed to do first, or it doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter really.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So let's add it. Since we added users first, let's add permissions first now, and let's see the outcome. Okay, show the service. So these ones are going to have list, read, writes, and other permissions, right?
It's everything, including tagging as well. Or it doesn't matter. Anyway, it's just a testing.
Yes, you're supposed to add tagging to it. I didn't mention tagging because I was expecting you to use your discretion.
Since it's everything. So tagging is supposed to be there.
Especially from the right permission, you should be able to tag. You understand me? From the read permission, you should be able to tag. So, so it's okay. From there, you can be able to tag.
Should have the tagging option too.
Okay.
What did you say?
I mean, so other admins should have the.
Yes, they should be able to add. They should be able to tag.
Okay. Okay. So we need to go back and add users to this group now. The guys from finance. Okay, I think that's it.
Okay. This is okay. This is okay. This is a good one. For a start, it's a good one. Okay. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes. Okay. I will not want to go deep. I want to go deep because we already spent more time. But there's a little one I want to chip in. I want us to understand some little things. From this our project we just did. By the time we'll come back again and do this, you guys are going to laugh at yourself for some mistakes you made. But for now, at this level, it's allowed. What you guys did is okay. So it's applauding, being that at least some of us, this is our first time to use cloud infrastructure. So I will commend you guys. But I always just ship in some little things. That was not so correct. For example, the name that some of you use is not in line to 100% policy, right? Okay, assuming you put Patrick Sales and you put other thing, your Sato something, and you put the job role. What if you now have two Patrick in that group? Or maybe you now finally, after you work there for like 5 years, you resigned. And somebody now come in and it's also in sales, and also they also put Patrick Sales. How would they differentiate both people? That's why it's allowed. You're first supposed to put the full name, the name and the surname. Or if you cannot use that, then you use the email address. The full official email address. If it's Julius, every official email address always carry your name and your surname, Those of us are using official email address. Either they abbreviate one name, maybe Osato.p. You understand me? But we must have the complete name. The reason is so that it'll be easy for you to stop. Then also understand that what you guys created is no more of like an admin. It's more than an admin right. You understand me? It's more than an admin right. What you created is you created a user that have the capacity to make use of resources that belongs to a group. Admin right is only people, the work of an admin right is IAM. It's not all the resources.
Okay.
So admin right is centered on IAM. Only a super admin. Even in fact, what does a super admin have to do with EC2 instance and everything? So the whole responsibility of admin, if you are creating an admin right, admin group for people, you're only going to create an IAM resources for them. Are you getting me? Then when they now join any department, that department that they join, you can now add that user to the department. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Please explain again, please.
An admin right. For example, Julius, Emmanuel, Emeka, and Olatunji, all of you are in admin department. Abi? Now, the work of an admin department is to create user. You understand? So if I'm creating admin, Olatunji as admin, so the work of Olatunji should be able to create a user and allocate resources to them. You understand me? So the admin right only manage IAM. But when the admin is not creating a user, an individual user, that individual user can make use of resources. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So
Yes.
admin user, admin, and a regular, for example, now, okay, let's say Emeka is an admin. So the work of Emeka is to create IAM. So, but if Emeka now create a user, because Emeka only have the right to allocate read to user resources. So when Emeka now creates any user with the right within Emeka room, are you getting me? Emeka can only create a DevOps team. Are you getting me? A DevOps team. But that DevOps team, the only power that Emeka can give that to that DevOps team is only read. You understand me? So when a DevOps team now join a group, Emeka can create and can only give a DevOps team the right. So now the admin 3 that you created, admin 3 has the right to create any admin group member. Are you getting me?
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
why you see the permission right that you give. So you can give permission to anybody. Now, when admin group have not created the admin 3, have not created the admin 1, that means admin 3 has the right to create admin 1, admin 2. You understand? That is what it means. So when it has created
Okay.
admin 1, admin 2, then the admin 2, the super admin, which is admin 3, we now call admin 2. So okay, Julius have joined this department. Give Julius right to read EC2 instance and make use of EC2 instance. You understand me? So that's where admin 1 we now give only the read and the list privilege. Are you getting me? To the user. So why is it that admin is just creating the list and read? List privilege is for everybody that have an account. Are you getting me? Everybody that have AWS account should be able to read, to see the resources that is using, that is available. But it may not have the capacity to make use of it. But because the admin 1 has the power to give the read privilege to any user, it can say, okay, I'm in department of DevOps. As a DevOps engineer, I am not supposed to launch. I'm not supposed to launch the database. I may not have the right to launch the database, but I should be able to see the database that has been created. Are you getting me? I should be able to make use of database. Who have the capacity to launch the database? It's the database team. So the database team will have the right permission, but the DevOps team will have the read permission of a database. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
You understand? So at the end of the day, when a database is mistakenly shut down or terminated, admin one, you cannot ask admin one who did it, because admin one does not even have the right, you understand me, to give such permission. So who will they blame? They will blame admin two. Admin two, who did you give the right to that deleted that resources? You understand me? Then they will not add admin three. Did you train admin two very well before before creating admin two as a group? So everything will now end up coming back to admin three. So admin three will make sure that admin two and admin one are on top of their game. Are you with me? Because management may not call admin two to meeting, but management will call admin three to meeting because admin three has like the super rights. You understand? So this is how they check balance department. That's why you see in a department you have three row, you have 4 row. So these are what they are doing. So what we did now is an architecture. Please don't delete it. We're going to work on it in our next class. So, and the other way you can also give rule, you can also give policy. You can write it as a JSON format. So I want us to just see it because we are running up. This is not something we can finish today. It's not something we can, but we learned something. And it was fun, Abby. You guys learned something now. We had fun. It was fun. So let's see something. I want to just show you something here. You see this permission that you are adding. For example, I want to add permission to this person. I'll say click add permission. I can add. Okay. I want to add permission. Let's say I'm creating and attaching the permission to it. Add policy. So this policy, this is the aspect I want you to see. You see that every policy you see here, they were asking the same way, the same read write policy. Just watch. There is 2 versions of every policy. There are 2 versions of every policy. We have the visual version, and we also have the what? We also have the JSON version. You understand me? So let's assume I'm working with this person. Let's assume I'm giving this person EKS. EKS means Kubernetes. So okay, I'm saying that this person should be able to access EKS, should be able to read to all version of EKS. Look at the JSON. This is JSON interpretation of it. This is EKS, Abby. Now in this EKS, there's always a version. This is the, I think no, this one is on. It's not ready. Okay, let's assume this one. I'm giving this right. There is always a version. I want us to see the JSON format of this thing. Okay, let's go back. I think the JSON format will not be here. So you see this JSON format. This is where you can as well design your JSON if you don't want to use this visual. Okay, assuming we are using this visual.
Is that not Python?
No, JSON. It's JSON. JavaScript on Node. It's JavaScript. I just want to. There's something I want us to show. I want to show us here. Okay, let's go back to, because if you are being employed by a very big company, they will not be expecting you to be using this policy that we already know. They expect you to use JSON from policy. They expect you to use another design, another way design where architect a complete JSON format kind of policy. You look at this policy now. This is this is the policy for CloudWatch. You see, version, statement, then the statement JSON ID. This is the ID. There's the effect, means allow. What is it going to allow? Allow CloudWatch, allow it to, you understand me? Allow it to list, allow it to get, allow it to describe. You understand me? Then another policy, this is another policy here. We say the same, what's the name of the policy? Allow reading logs of CloudWatch. Effect, allow. So it's going to be, so if I put here deny, if I put deny here, and this policy has changed. You understand me? So every policy you see, that full admin right, let's check the full admin right. Let's go to full admin right. So let's go to full admin right. Let's go to admin. Okay, look at admin access, Abby. Okay, this is the admin access. Let's see the JSON file of admin full access. You see that, look at the JSON format. As you see, it's very simple. It's not simple.
Okay.
You will not ask yourself,
Simple.
why is it that admin just have few lines? And the other one, you have so many lines. You know what it means?
Because resource asterisk means everything.
Asterisk means everything. Asterisk means everything. So you are saying, so you can copy this file, this JSON now. You can copy it and create your own admin name. Are you getting me? And say, then you can decide to add, customize it. You can say, okay, this admin is too powerful. I want to restrict it. So you can say, okay, instead of putting asterisk here, you understand me? You can restrict, you can, after writing some asterisk here, you can even come down and restrict and write deny access. Then you will now list those resources you want it to deny. That's restriction. That's account, that's boundaries, you are setting boundaries. So if I write any code that say write boundaries, this is what you are going to have. So this admin, you see the admin asterisk means complete everything. But if you look at another policy, let's go back to another policy. Let's go back to another policy. So I want you to take note of these things. JSON format, JSON is another programming language that people learn. It's very easy to learn. It's very easy to learn. Let's look at another admin promise policy that go. Then let's use that system admin. Okay, let's look at system admin policy, how it look like. So you can come here and just must see. I always tell people, it's not like you must know everything about cloud, but know things that are related to you. Look at in a system admin, you look at everything that is allowed. You see them. All of them is allowed. S3 allowed. IAM, you see the IAM policy I'm talking about. You see, allowed. Then, so this is it. You now ask, because they are specific. You can decide to add more row here. You can decide to come here and add more row and copy. You can copy one policy from one place and add to another policy. You understand? You can copy a policy and add to it and customize it. So I think now next slide, this is what we are going to focus on. For able to master this, we had it to the practical class we do today, and we did some a little practical to it. Then we can fire on to the next thing. I know that you guys are ready. Then I will not teach you how to secure your login files. Then I'll send you some files. I'm still going to send you some documents to study for basic, just basic internet security. How to know a malware, how to know all those little things about internet security, about cyber security. Please study it. It's for your own good. If you go to my LinkedIn page, I have certification upon certification on internet security. Apart from the certification, I studied. Even as I'm talking to you now, I bought not less than 8 data in 3 days. 8 gig data every 3 days. Because cloud is innovating. People, they are bringing in new things. So it will be very stupid of me to stay because I think I'm lecturing 1 or 2 person. You understand me? I have to keep learning, I have to keep growing, I have to keep growing. So it means that it's even growing. What about us that are just starting? So you have to like send you material, study it. Don't just write the exam, study it. If there's an exam, write it. Get certification. And that's why you are sharing it to yourself. You're sharing it on your own LinkedIn. You don't know somebody that is looking at your LinkedIn profile. When they see the way you are developing yourself, they may find you very interesting and add you to a team. You understand? Please study those materials. You want need to write exam, because this particular one is very, very important. You understand Scrum, you understand internet security, this particular aspect. I think that is what I can stop today. There are many things in our next class. I'm going to ship in 1 or 2 things where we missed this, but I don't want to elongate this class. I believe we learned something today.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I also want to encourage us, some of us that have not put 1 or 2 payments through, please try, so that you see the way I'm doing 1 hour, we can actually subscribe a channel, a Zoom for this. You understand me? So that we can have one stretch class. I can dub it. You understand me? We have so many things. Please, let's try and say encourage me. I build another enjoyer.
Okay, we enjoy 'em.
I'm gonna just. There's more. This is just the beginning. We have a lot to do. A lot to do. If you have an issue with the payment option, I also have a corporate account. The reason why I don't really like sharing my corporate account most times is because Nigeria factory, you put money in corporate account, they will collect money first, they will collect Google Tiba. At the end of the day, you end up looking as if you're working for the government. You understand me? Fine, it's good to pay tax. I pay my tax in a way. But I just don't want to overstress all of us. Then if you want to pay through an app, we have Flutterwave, we have other way you can pay. If you don't want to pay once, you want to pay it instrumentally, go ahead and pay. Just show commitment, just show to us that yes, our effort is the developer team is waiting on the standby. But I feel by now we don't need the developer now. Let's in our second stage, developer is going to come in. Please let's encourage us. Please, I beg you, and bring people into.
All right.
So God bless you.
All right, thank you.
Any question?
No.
For now, no.
Okay. So I will say all of our class. Any question? Any question? Say now. It's next week, or the time is going to be next week. You're going to talk. Although you can still drop your question in the group, but it's going to be next week, Saturday. We're having our next class, same time, Saturday and Sunday. So, any other question? Any contribution?
No, not for me.
Please, you guys did well today. You did excellently well. God bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bye bye. Yeah.
Bye.